What's up, everybody? This is Steve with Press Start News, and I'm back again with another Video Games Monthly unboxing. A small stack of pickups. We're going to go through everything real quick, so let's get started. Alright, so we got Video Games Monthly here. This is the December box. For those that don't know, Video Games Monthly is a subscription service where you sign up for a box of 3, 4, 5, or 10 games, and they send you games for the systems that you select, anything from Atari all the way up to, I think they go to PS3 now, actually. I get the cartridge systems, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Nintendo 64. So and I get a box of 5, so let's open it up and see what we got here. Alright, so they always send you a little card here that tells you to update your library 5 days prior to the end of the month. Now, I will admit the last couple of months, out of focus, sorry about that. I'll admit last couple of months I have forgotten to update in time. Last month I did have a duplicate. I did again forget to update my list, so I have a feeling I might possibly get another duplicate, but we'll see. I'm not too worried about that, but you know, kind of sucks. I like to get, you know, everything new, but or things I don't have rather. But if I get a duplicate, it's my own fault, you know, for not updating. Anyway, moving on, they always add a little something extra, and usually with their logo on it. And this one this month is a Video Games Monthly car window decal. And it also mentions on here that there's a game giveaway contest that's coming, which I actually did see this on their Facebook page, that you're supposed to put this decal on your car and take a picture and to enter their contest, and they give you a box of a bunch of games. And actually some pretty good games that are in there, lots of different systems, cartridge and disc based. So might have to do that if there's still time. But you came for the games, so let's get to the games. So first one, and right off the bat, here's the duplicate, Silent Service. So I did get this one last month on NES. So like I said, not stressing it. It happens, you know, if you don't update in time. So what I'll probably go ahead and do after I get done with this video is go ahead and update my list so this doesn't happen next month, which should be this is box 11, so next month is 12, so that'll be a year of Video Games Monthly. So yeah, we'll hopefully make that one will be a really good one. But let's move on to the rest of the games. Hopefully no more duplicates. Oh, I haven't played this in a long time. Xenophobe on the NES. This one is kind of an aliens kind of game. If I remember correctly, it's 2 players, but well, yeah, it says a 2-player interactive split screen action. So yeah, this one is 2 players. 1 player's at the top, 1 player's at the bottom. So you have your own space, and you go in different places, and you're looking for the aliens and try to shoot up all the aliens. It's actually a pretty fun game. It's an old arcade game, actually. N64. Oh, Forsaken 64. Don't think I've ever played it on the 64. I used to have a copy on the PC. I think it was on PC first. Or it might have been on the PS1. It was all around the same time it all kind of came out. I think I might have had the PS1 version that I played. But it was not a bad game. It was very Doom-like, but at the same time you were in, I believe, in a ship. And you're flying, you're going through these corridors shooting at things. So it was definitely an interesting FPS. Next one is a Genesis game, and this is awesome to pick up. This one is Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. So I don't have any. Do I have any Shinobi games? I don't think I have any Shinobi games. So so this is good to get this one. That's awesome. And the last one, Populous. I can't recall ever playing this. If I remember correctly, this is a strategy game. Not big on strategy games, but I don't hate them. So everything is always good. So That's all of the VGM games and trinkets and so forth. So let's move that box out of the way. And we're going to get to this quick stack of pickups here. I didn't go out and get a lot of stuff this month, and I will show you why at the end. But let's go ahead and get to it. I picked up a couple of games from just individually from Goodwill. No, this one I found at a pawn shop. It's SSX3 on the original Xbox, which is 99 cents. So I figured, hey, I couldn't pass it up. It's in good condition. It's complete. So went ahead and grabbed that. Goodwill find is the Grand Theft Auto double pack for the original Xbox. So this has Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. And then it has this fold out here. And each one comes in their special sleeve. This is entirely complete. You see Vice City there. Entirely complete. It was a little more. It was $13. It was a little more than what I wanted to pay for it, because that's more than buying the two games individually at Goodwill if they hadn't have been in this box. But because it was all complete and it had the outer cover and everything, I didn't mind. I wanted to go ahead and get it just to have it. So there's another thrift store that's near my local Goodwill, and they had a deal on their games where it was 5 for 5. So there were quite a few games that were in there, mostly PS2 games. And I had my eye on a couple that were in there when I saw it was 5 for 5. Actually, even before I saw the 5 for 5, I was like, oh, that one I want. But when I saw 5 for 5, I saw a few other ones. And I was like, oh, yeah, let me get those. One of which was Soul Calibur 3. I love the Soul Calibur series. They just announced Soul Calibur 6. I'm extremely excited for that. But when she pulled the games out of the case and I opened it up, there was some random demo disc or something that was in there. And I almost started to keep the box anyway, because she just tossed it out. And the case was in great condition. The manual was in great condition. It just was missing the game. But it's very unlikely that I think I'll come across the actual disc just loose by itself. It'll most likely be in a case and be complete. So most PS2 games I find are. So I just let it go. Then I had her to pull out, was it a God of War game? There was some other PS2 game I was going to get in substitution of the Soul Calibur game. That also was missing the disc. I think it was like 4 games I had her pull out of that PS2 section, and 3 out of the 4 had some other random disc in it. She just tossed them to the side, and it was tragedy, because they were all really good games. But I ended up, actually the 4th one I ended up getting was Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. So as you can see, all of these are $1.91, so $2 a piece. So they ended up being $1 a piece with the deal that they had, and this is also complete. So this was probably the last really good one that they had in that stack. So I was like, whatever, give me the Gran Turismo. I'll take that. The other games that I randomly just grabbed some stuff is Cool Borders 3 on PS1. This one's been sitting in there for a while. I've been overlooking this one, just letting it go, because I didn't feel like buying it. But since it was the 5 for 5 and I had to find 5 to get the deal, I went ahead and just added that to the mix. And grabbed a couple of PC games. These are some older games, but these are for my kids. Basically, for my little girl, she likes these kind of things. And I enjoy cartoon-based games anyway. And one that I loved was Rugrats. So this one is the Rugrats Mystery Adventures for PC. And this one, I never seen the show, but it looks like it's made by the same people that did Rugrats. Rocket Power. Yeah, Rocket Power Extreme Arcade Games. I did a quick look online at some screenshots and videos, and It looked like they're okay. Um, for $1, I figured it was a chance. They may or may not even run very well because they're supposed to be Windows 98 games. So sometimes you can get those to work on newer versions of Windows, and sometimes you can't. So for $1, I wasn't pressed about it. This one was one I was excited about initially, and I was a little disappointed when I got it home and really got a good look at it that I didn't notice when I was at the store. But I saw it was 1 versus 100. Now, what you'll notice here is that it says DVD game. That I didn't see. So this is not actually a video game. This you have to put in your DVD player, and then you play it through your DVD player. So I'll probably still play it because 1 versus 100 was actually a cool game show. And I remember on Xbox Live at one point they had 1 versus 100. They did live, and that was a blast. We used to love playing that whenever they would go live. It was hard to catch it sometimes, but when you did, it was a lot of fun. And they actually gave away real prizes, so that was really cool. So went and grabbed that, and that made my 5. So that was that. So when I left there, I went over to the Goodwill down the street from there. Same one I found that Grand Theft Auto at, just to see what they had. I had a few minutes to kill. So when I went in there, to my surprise, was a number of cartridges, which I rarely find. I found some Japanese carts a while back. I've seen a couple Genesis games in there before, but they were all sports games. Nothing that I wanted, some old Maddens and NHLs and things like that. But this was interesting to find these particular games. So what I did find was Clue on Sega Genesis. I found WrestleMania 2000 for the N64. And it's got that little tear down there at the bottom, but it's all good. Otherwise, it's in pretty good condition, and I'll open it up and give it a cleaning. And for the first time, I found an Atari 2600 game, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So I don't actually have a 2600 yet. I actually have been looking for one at a decent price, but I think I may wait until Hyperkin puts out their was a Retron 77, which is going to be the Atari 2600 clone console with an HDMI output. So that'll make it much easier to get it hooked up to my setup because I got plenty of HDMI ports in the switchers that I have that are available to run it through. Whereas trying to get something to run through composite, I'm short on those ports, but even worse is going through coaxial, and that's what the 2600 has actually available without modding the thing. So I'm going HDMI with that will be fantastic whenever they finally put the thing out. The only downside with this is the label on the bottom is mostly torn off, but hey, it was like a couple bucks, so no worries there. And last two that I found there on PS2, we got Dragon Ball Z Budokai. This is the first one, and it's complete, which is always great. And another PC game, Miss Pac-Man Quest for the Golden Maze. I've seen this up there a few times, and I always kind of look past it. But I was looking at it. I was kind of looking for PC games. I've been having some pretty good luck with PC games there. And just looking at the graphics on it, looked pretty interesting. And then the other reason why I've been looking for PC games leads me to the reason why I haven't really tried to pick up a ton of stuff this month. Because the money that I normally put towards my pickups have been going towards this. Well, I'll figure like that. So this is my arcade cabinet that I actually just finished putting together. I'll go into more details about it in videos upcoming. We've got some new things that we're planning with Press Start, and I will use this and actually let you guys know more about this. But essentially, just to give you a quick summary of what it is, it's a Golden Tee arcade cabinet that I was able to pick up. Where it was completely gutted, there was nothing in it. I had to rebuild the control panel, get a new screen for it. and do, put artwork and components and everything inside. It is right now running off of my gaming PC. So I have a number of different games front end running on it. And it's completely playable because I wanted to have it ready because my son's birthday is coming up and I want it ready for his party. So that is completely playable, but long from being completely finished the way that I want. So we'll go through that in some upcoming videos and go into detail, and also go over, all the ins and outs, how you can get one, that is everything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video and keep from making it any more longer than it is. So make sure to like this video if you enjoyed what you saw. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, because when we get those arcade related things up there, and we got an announcement coming up in relation to the future of Press Start. So make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the little bell on there so that way it notifies you when we have those videos uploaded. And these videos, I'll continue to do these Video Games Monthly boxes as long as I have that subscription. And any pickups that I get, I'll throw them in just like I always have. But the way you'll know, subscribe, get the notification icon with that little bell, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoy what you see. Leave comments below if you have any questions, comments, anything. We love the feedback. So with that being said, we'll wrap it up, and I'll catch you later.